Hey everyone, before we send you out to your projects, just give me 2 minutes to share an encouraging word with you. Some of us in this room have done 4 days so many times that we could run our project in our sleep. And some of us are here for the very first time. Some of you may not even call home church home, and you just heard we serve our city and you want it in. Wherever you land on that, you're in the right room today. But before you go, I want to share one honest thing. When you've served as many times as some of us have, 2 quiet things can sneak in. The first, nobody likes to admit. Serving can slowly start to be about us. It could be about our church looking like the good guys, the quiet little feeling of, I did my part. It's subtle. It's not even all bad, but it can move us to the center of a story that we were never supposed to be the center of. And maybe you've actually felt more of this second one, where you serve, you pour out, you go home, and the need is still there tomorrow. And a voice goes, did that even matter? Did that even make a dent? So here's the question underneath both of those. Whose mission is this actually? Because if this is our mission, then the pressure's on all of us. We have to be impressive enough. We have to fix enough. And when the need outlasts us, and it always does, we're left wondering if we failed. But if it's not ours, if we're stepping into something that was already moving before we got here, that changes everything. And the answer to that question is actually sitting in one moment in Luke chapter 4 that I'd love to show you. Picture this. Jesus walks into the synagogue in Nazareth, his hometown. The room is full of people who watched him grow up. They hand him the scroll of Isaiah, a promise their people had been waiting on for 700 years. Good news was coming someday for the poor and the broken someday. And Jesus stands up, finds the place in the scroll and reads it out loud. And he says this, "The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." Now watch the room. Verse 20. Then he rolled up the scroll, gave it back to the attendant, and sat down. The eyes of everyone in the synagogue were fastened on him. Every eye in that room was locked on Jesus. Not a cause, not on a project, not on volunteers, on him. And here's the moment where everything turns. Verse 21 says this, "Today, this scripture is fulfilled in your hearing." Okay, so sit with how staggering that is. Jesus doesn't say, here's a good mission. Go assemble a team. He says, I am the fulfillment of this mission. Good news for the poor isn't something he's about to go organize. It's standing in the room. It's him. The year of the Lord's favor everybody had waited centuries for, he looks at them and says, it's me. It's today. So back to our question. Whose mission is this? It was never ours to invent. It was never ours to finish. It's his. See, we didn't come up with good news for the poor. He did. He is it. But don't miss what Jesus did when he read it. The very next line in the Isaiah text was about judgment, the day of vengeance of our God. But Jesus stops right before it. He rolls up the scroll, he sits down, and he reads the favor, and he leaves out the vengeance. Why would he do that? Well, because he came to take it himself. The only reason he can stand up and proclaim freedom for prisoners is that he was about to become one. Arrested, bound, led away, nailed to a cross. So the good news he just read could actually reach you and me. He proclaimed freedom for the captives by letting himself be captured. He announced the year of God's favor and then paid for it with his life. That's how far the one every eye was fixed on was willing to go. To be for you, to be for me. So if you've never been sure where you stand with God, that's the answer. He already stood up for you. Every one of us walked in today needing good news that we could never produce on our own. And Jesus looked at a room and said, that's exactly why I'm here. We don't serve to earn that. We serve because we've already received it. So here's what we do with that. We go serve today, same as we were going to anyway, but we go knowing we're not the start of the good news. We're carrying His. And that takes the pressure off in the best way. You're not here to be impressive. Whew. You're not here to fix the whole city by lunch, barely do your own house by lunch. You're here to put your hands on a mission Jesus already stood up and claimed as His own. And because it's His, nothing you do today is small. One bag of groceries, one haircut, one name, one conversation, it matters. The one every eye was fastened on said the poor, the prisoner, the overlooked are the reason He came. So when you reach one of them, you're right in the center of what Jesus cares about most. So let's go. Not because we're the good guys, not even just because we're for our city, though we are, but because every eye in the room was on Jesus. And today we get to point our city's eyes right back to Him. So let's go be for our city.